the class is going to be about lengthening our spine, because due to the fact that we are most of the day behind our desk, our spines kind of collapse. You know, they always say you're smaller in the evening than you were in the morning. And this session can help you prolong the spine again. So it's also a good session to do at the end of the day when you feel as if everything is just a bit too much and you feel overwhelmed and overloaded in your back. Okay, so let's get started. You can start anywhere on your mat today. It doesn't really matter for this first exercise, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring our shoulders down, all the way down. Open up your hands, so come into a mountain pose. You can lift your kneecaps if you're able to do that. And especially us women, I see that there are all women today. Us women have the tendency to do this in mountain pose. So really try to bring that bone down, you know, your sacrum, your holy bone. Try to bring it down and to keep all of this really compact. You know, you can do that by tightening the lower belly muscles. Tighten up the ass as well. It's always good to tighten your ass. And then your upper legs, and then just open the chest, lower the shoulders, and you can close your eyes for a minute. And breathe. Try to really feel how you're standing on your mat today. Where is your gravity point? If it's hard for you to keep standing here, then keep your eyes open. It could be just a day like that. If you're more comfortable doing this seated, you can also sit in a chair. But I'm going to shut up now for 1 minute, or at least I'm going to try. And just try to feel and breathe. And after that, we're going to warm up our bodies. Just feel it out. And then you can open your eyes and come to the top of your mat. You can keep your legs hip-width apart. Just make sure that the outer edges of your feet are aligned with the outer edges of your mat. And again, tighten the belly. Tighten your belly. Then make sure that your entire core is kind of locked. You know, that everything is pulled in. Rib cage is also pulled in. And then on an inhale, we're going to welcome the world. We're going to make a big movement. Inhale and really stretch it out. And then on the exhale, take it slow today. So you can have a micro bend in your knees and really go all the way over your knees in a comfortable Uttanasana. So forward fold. On the next inhale, you're going to place your right foot behind you and you're going to twist it 45 degrees. You're going to keep your front leg bent, and on an inhale, we come up into Warrior One pose. Make sure that your hips stay aligned and stay faced forward. So they're really facing towards the front edge of your mat. So on your inhale, really take up space. Keep the shoulders down. Keep your core tightened. Make sure that you really press your feet into the mat, and if you're able to do that today, then look up to your hands. And breathe. And on the next exhale, you're going to place both hands on the mat, and you're going to come into your first plank pose. Yes, yes. Here we are. Breathe and stay firm. If this is too hard for you, you can also place your knees on the mat, or if you want to intensify it and you stay lifted. On the exhale, we go down, but we do it slow and with control. Again, if you're not able to do that, then first place your knees on the mat and then take your front body down. If you're able to do it, then keep your elbows as close as you can to your body and come small and with control all the way to the mat. Then on an inhale, look up. And on the exhale, take it down. Then on the next inhale, we're going to come to cat-cow position. So it's a bit different than what we do normally. And then on the next inhale, we're going to look up. Cow pose. And on the exhale, really lengthen the spine. Really push the hands into the mat, lengthen your neck as well. Oh, this feels amazing to me. Exactly what I need today. And then on an inhale, look up again. And on the exhale, neutral spine. Inhale where you are. And then on the next exhale, we're going to place our big toes together and we're going to come into child pose. So straight back, lengthen the spine. If it's possible, then place your forehead in the mat. If that is not possible for you, you can also place your fist, either one or two fists on the mat and place your forehead onto that. As long as your spine is straight, everything is good. Then on the next exhale, you're going to come slowly and with control into your first downward facing dog of today. Again, feel your feet just like you did in the first exercise. Try to really feel it out. If you cannot keep your legs straight, no problem, then give it a bend. Here again, as long as your back is straight, everything is good. Your shoulders down, and let's breathe 3 times. 1, 2, and the 3rd time. And then on the next inhale, you're going to look to your hands and you're either going to step or hop all the way to the front of the mat and come into your forward folding. Here again, if you need a micro bend in your knees, then please do that. Just make sure that your back stays straight. And then on an inhale, you're going to straighten the legs, straighten the hands and the spine. And you're going to look a bit forward. And on the exhale, you go back, forward fold. And on the inhale, we're going to slowly, with control, rise all the way up. Take your time to do this. Until you're all the way up. Perfect, good job. We're going to repeat that on the other side. we always do. So on an inhale, we're going to rise up. On the exhale, rain it down. Again, be mindful of your back. Be mindful of how straight that spine should be. And be kind to yourself. If it's not working for you, then either bend your knees, or you can take a block or a book or a pillow, whatever, to really bring the floor closer to your hands. And then on the next inhale, we're going to take our left foot all the way to the back. Turn it 45 degrees, and then make sure that your knee stays on top of your ankle. It's really important, so make sure you do that. And keep your hips aligned with the front edge of your mat. And then on an inhale, we're going to rise up. Exhale where you are. Try to relax your shoulders even more. Keep your muscles, your core muscles tight, and bring your rib cage to the midline. You know, you don't want your rib cage to do this. You really want to keep it small and take space with your hands. And if you're able to do that, then look up. And on the exhale, we're going to rain it all the way down. Come into your plank pose. Good job. Breathe here. Keep breathing. Keep that core muscle activated. And then on the exhale, slow with control and with your elbows close to your body, you rain it all the way down. Good job. Then on inhale, we look up. And on the exhale, we take it down. On the next inhale, we're going to come into our cat-cow position. So if you're able to do that, then from your cobra pose, so from your lying down pose, try to not move your hands and just really be mindful and push your hands into the mat, and with that control, you come into your cat-cow pose. And again, on an inhale, we're going to look up. And on the exhale, we're going to take it down, but keep that core muscle activated. Really lengthen the spine. Keep pushing in your hands. We're going to do it again, just because it's so good. On an inhale, we're going to look up. On the exhale, cat pose. Lengthen your neck as well. Look at your belly button. And on the next inhale, come into a neutral spine. And on the exhale, come into child's pose. And really try to relax in that child's pose. So either you're going to keep your hands straight to have an extra lengthening of the spine, or you're going to come all the way into your private little love cage and you really roll yourself up into a ball. But both poses, both ways of doing it, really make sure that you are mindful of your back, that you're mindful of your spine. And then on the next exhale, we're going to come into our downward facing dog again. Breathe 3 times here, and with every exhale, try to find a little more ease. It's called sukha in Sanskrit, so a little more ease into the pose. Then on the next inhale, we're going to look to our hands and we're going to either step or hop into an easy Uttanasana. Whatever works for you here. And then on an inhale, we're going to rise up. And exhale down. Alright, good job. Then I think you all remember chair pose. So we're now first going to do chair pose. What we're going to do is we start again just like we do in mountain pose. So keep your legs really straight out. Feel your feet. And then on an inhale, we rise up. And then act as if you have a little box, you know, bol.com or Amazon or whatever, just made a delivery. You have a package, it's in your hands, and you're going to keep it in your hands whilst you're going to come and sit onto a chair. And you're going to show it to someone you care about. So here, show the package. Hold it. And with every exhale, try to sink a little deeper into your chair. Every exhale a little deeper, but keep your back straight and keep your package high. And then on the next exhale, you're going to fold all the way down. Keep your knees bent and really let yourself hang on the top of your legs. Make your neck long, and then on the inhale you're going to straighten out the legs, straighten out the spine, and exhale, fold again. On an inhale we're going to rise all the way up, and exhale, fold, or exhale, come back. Right, we're going to do one more prolonging of our spine. What we're going to do is you're going to bring your feet almost as wide as your mat. Now, if it's more comfortable for you, you can do it as wide as your mat, but you're going to feel it and you can adjust during the pose. Make sure that the same activation as you've been having all class, make sure you keep that in your legs. And then on an inhale, we rise up. On the exhale, we're going to micro bend our knees. And we're going to forward fold. And now it's all up to you. Either you're here today and that is just fine. You can also grab a hold of your big toes and stay in this position. Make sure that you let gravity do the work and that you keep your head hanging. The ones who would like some more intensity can walk their hands in between their feet and straighten out the legs. But whatever you do today, it's up to you, and I really urge you to be kind to your body and try to lengthen the spine. Really focus on that spine today. And then you can even grab a hold of your heels if you want to. Change it out. You can really play a little with this pose. You're going to feel your glutes being pulled. And again, with every exhale, we're going to find a little more ease into the pose. And on the next inhale, you're going to slowly, don't start yet, but slowly and with a lot of control, you're going to rise up, but really vertebrae per vertebrae. So we'll try to make it as slow as possible. Be mindful and really feel it out. If you need an extra breath in between, that's fine. But don't rush it. And let your head up. And try not to fidget and feel a little what has happened. How your blood is flowing. And breathe. Right, perfect. Then you can come in the middle of your mat or at the front, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to stay in the middle just to make sure that you can see everything. So again, you're going to place your feet hip width apart. Try to, I cannot stress this enough, try to really activate the core muscles again. Keep your legs straight and ensure that your spine is as straight as it can be. And then on an inhale, we're going to rise up. And you're going to act as if the little package we had before was actually a beach ball. You're holding it now with a beach ball. And on the exhale, you're turning it to the left. Really make sure that you can stretch out the side of your body. But keep your core activated. On an inhale, all the way up. And on the next exhale, we're going to take our ball to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. And then exhale, rain it down. Great, really good. Then we're going to step our feet wider, a lot wider than hip width apart. Could be almost, or actually it is that width of a warrior 1 or 2 pose. Okay, but you're going to again have the external side of your feet is going to be aligned with the sides of your mat again. So make sure you ground yourself first before we get started. Then you're going to place your hands onto your hips. And since we're all heroes today, you can come into a hero pose. So make sure that you relax the shoulders down, open up the chest and look up. Breathe. And on the next exhale, we're going to come to the front. And in the midline, you're going to stop. And again, lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. On an inhale, you're going to straighten out the arms as if you're flying. And on the exhale, you're going to bring it down and see where you land. So you can either place your hands onto the mat. If that is not possible, then you can place it on your shin bones. If you place them on your knees, then please do it just below or above the knee, never on the knee. That's not good for you. People who want a little extra can again grab the toes and let gravity do the work. Make sure you're comfortable. We're going to stay here a couple of breaths. If you feel the need to make it even wider and to even bring your head to the mat, that is also possible. Whatever feels good for you today, just don't overdo it. And breathe. And on the next inhale, you're going to bring your hands to your hips again, and you're going to slowly rise up by pushing your feet even more into the mat. Perfect. And then to close off, you can come into a seated position. You can do that again, do that with control. Try to move on your mat as mindful and as kind as you would like others to treat you. That would be the best. So really be kind to yourself. And come into a comfortable seat. Again, as if you have a little string on the top of your head, you know, like a little puppet. Really straighten out the spine, make sure you lengthen it. Keep your shoulders low. You can close your eyes. Let your hands rest on your knees. And again, just breathe. See if you can feel where your breath is now. And see if you can feel what this practice has done for you. Without judgment. You don't have to say if it's good or bad. It is what is. And breathe. Then on the next inhale, we're going to rise up again. And on the exhale, you can come all the way to the front. Place your hands on the mat. If you're here today, it's perfectly fine. If you can go lower, also good. But just create a little bit of comfort. Don't pull or push. We're at the end of the series, so be gentle. And try to feel the breath all the way to your spine. On the next inhale, you're going to rise up slowly with control. And bring your hands to your heart. You did an amazing job. It was really cool to have you here again. And I sincerely hope to see you next week. Thank you and have a great day.